Welcome to Leads and Leverage, Real Estate Team Leader Lounge, where success in real estate meets passion-driven leadership. I'm your host, Tyler Gibson. I'm an entrepreneur, real estate team leader, and investor, and I'm thrilled to have you join us in the ultimate hub for real estate excellence. In this exclusive lounge, we're diving deep into strategies, tactics, and stories that fuel the success of real estate teams. Whether you're a seasoned pro looking to take your leadership skills to new heights or an aspiring entrepreneur ready to build your own powerhouse team, this podcast is your go-to resource for insider insights and actionable advice. Get ready to hear from top experts, industry pioneers, and real-world achievers who are making waves in the real estate world. We'll explore the best practices, share invaluable lessons learned, and equip you with tools you need to thrive in today's competitive market. Welcome to the lounge where leaders are made and success is earned. Come on in to the Real Estate Team Leader Lounge.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Leads and Leverage, the Team Leader Lounge. I'm so excited to be joined by Mehrooz today. He is an accredited commercial sales expert and just an all-around guy. He's super talented. If you're watching this, you're seeing his home audio recording studio, so I'm sure his audio is going to sound much better than mine. Thanks for being here today, Mehrooz.
Thank you. It's an honor. We've been following each other for quite a while, and finally the day came. Let's talk about what can we do to be better every day.
Yeah, I love that. So tell me a little bit about you, your real estate career. When did you get started? How has it progressed to where you're at today? And tell us about your team today, what it looks like.
Sure. Thank you for inviting me, by the way. So my name is Mehrooz. Last name Misaghian. It's a little bit hard to say, but you guys can call me Mehrooz. I started in real estate bank in 2009. Mainly, that was a time when flipping was very profitable. Me and three other buddies of mine, we bought properties and we flipped them, sold them. At that time, I wasn't an agent. I was just basically investor. I was working as a table game supervisor at Caesar Entertainment. Old days, they call them, I guess, pit boss. So I started as a dealer. Then I progressed to that position. So that was my night job, and my day job was flipping houses. And then came to the point where around 2016, 17, I started getting tired of casino scenes, and I start coughing a lot, and I feel like this is not something I want to do. I'm not a smoker. I just didn't like the environment anymore. So that was time for me to start thinking about maybe some sort of an office environment where I can actually put a big no smoking sign there. So then I went to insurance and real estate both at once. I opened an all estate agency, and at the same time, I got my real estate license, and this was mainly because of my friends that we've been doing our flips together.
Yeah,
keep saying that, hey, if one of us get it, and seems like you're the one more involved in it, you're just a money guy. What if we get the license and we just don't need to go through the other agents? I'm like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. So that's how it all started. And then I got into a team, kind of learned the environment of the team and how it works and all that. Then I got out and did some solo stuff. Then I changed my brokerage from a big brand brokerage to a very small brokerage because the owner of that brokerage also owned a whole separate company for only commercials. So mainly I wanted to go and learn from him because people know him as the grandfather of commercial in Las Vegas area.
Wow.
He's about 77 years, 78, I guess. And he's been doing this for over 40 years. Probably sold most of the lands to these casinos. So I tried to go and learn from him. And the time came when I was about to renew my broker salesperson license. I'm like, maybe it's time for me to just get my broker license and open my own company. So that's how Modern Choice Realty came to life. It was 2 years
awesome.
ago. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
about 2 years ago, like end of August. It's just past 2 years mark.
Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank
so
you.
How has it been being your own shop, your own broker? Have you brought on more agents? Is it just you and an admin? What does the business look like today?
Well, the first, I would say, year and a half, I purposely didn't want to advertise anything about it because I was just focused on the market and my clients, and I just didn't have the time, nor probably the patience to bring any new agent and train them. We were just talking earlier about the virtual assistants. I have 4 virtual assistants. One only edit my videos and anything regarding videos. The other one is my admin doing all my paperwork and everything else. And the other one is all my marketing, like everything else, like all the digital marketing, print, all the coordination and all that. So I was very heavily busy to kind of build the backbone for the brokerage. So if we start bringing new agents, then that will be like my marketing tool. Like, this is what we do. Look what I've done for myself. I can do that for you as well as an agent in my team. That's how, like, eventually it started attracting people, and people just called me. And it's funny, over the last 3-4 months, just to start trickling. People just find me on Google or here and there, just call me, and I'm interviewing them. But I'm very specific. I wouldn't say I'm picky. I would say I'm very specific about the culture and the people that I want to surround myself, because obviously you live and learn. I've done all kinds of different things, and completely aware of the value of surrounding yourself with right people and right energy. So not that they're bad. I just didn't feel like they are the one that I want to build a solid team with. Currently, I have 2 agents in my team, and on the other side, I mainly try to be culturally like diverse. Like, I speak like 4 languages, and I want my team members to also speak different languages. So, and we have like 50% of my clients are Hispanic. I learned Spanish here. With communicating with people, and that's my like 3rd language. But I'm almost fluent in it. So if I'm not around, at least I should have another agent in my team that speaks Spanish as well. So there was like many different factors that I thought about, and so we have 2 agents at the moment and myself, and the rest is the backstage team to support us in all the coordination, marketing, admin work, and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, that's great. I love that. That's awesome. Do you you said something earlier about people calling you about potentially joining your brokerage and being very picky, protecting the culture, only wanting to surround yourself with, certain types of people. Tell me more about that. What does that culture look like? What is it that you're looking for in people that you might bring on and start guiding them through the process?
Definitely. So I got to give you a little short story that kind of connect all the dots together. So when I started as a casino dealer in Caesars Entertainment, within first 7 months, I got 27, they call it guest comment card. Either they are so wow about the service you give them, they do it on the spot, like their comments card on, they used to be, at least when I was in the casino business, in every table game right next to it. Yeah. So if they had a good or bad comment or suggestion or anything, they would have filled it out and submitted to casino host. And I got 27 great comments. And it's because I just love people and I love to connect with them, and whatever I do, I love to have fun with it. If it's not fun, it's just I don't feel comfortable doing it. So long story short, during those 7 months, I was also learning different games. So I started with only 3 games, craps, blackjack, and roulette. But as you guys probably know, of course, in any casinos, they have like all kinds of different variation of carnival games, and each one has their rules and how to deal and all that. I never gambled in my life. I didn't even know. That was like learning Chinese for me. I got to learn all those different procedure of how to deal it right, how to even shuffle it. And it was just so many things you need to learn to be able to actually like confidently be at the game and deal it, and at the same time connect with players and have fun with them. So during my breaks, I was learning different games. So obviously the management started noticing that and all that. So time came, they needed 6 people to get promoted to be a supervisor. They called me up and they said, well, this is kind of like crazy. We had about 27 great comment cards. My casino manager was a very firm person, but at the same time, very fun person to be around. He said, you know what? I took my time. 2 people a day. I look them up to see if they're your cousin, they're your friend, if they're your social media friend, somehow they have any tie with you. And no, they're genuine people. I have people working here for 27 years and they don't even have 27 comment cards. I mean, good comment cards. So from there, basically, they said, well, based on your service and also your enthusiastic, being really trying to learn and grow and be better, we think you would be a good candidate. If you like to become a supervisor, we would love to promote you. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I think that's the next step. Why not? Take the challenge. I told you guys all this story because I personally believe this word job security is within us. So we basically give the image of us that we're pretty much an asset to you. You don't hire me. You basically have me as an asset to take your company to a whole another level and all that. That's the kind of people I'm looking for. But unfortunately, we're living in a world that a lot of people are just dreamers and not so many doers. There are a lot of great doers out there that they're doing great stuff. So pretty much I'm trying to have the right mindset of people. And I've tried so many, as I said, I started as an all estate agent. At one point I had 12 sales producer and 2 customer service person in my team. Then I sold it and I opened Modern Choice Insurance, which is an insurance brokerage, which we do all kinds of insurance. And we have like 33 or 34 companies in different segment of insurance, whether it is commercial, personal, and all that. So I built so many things, and I know that a right type of individual in our team can really impact our. Basically, they can either make you or break you. So you gotta connect with them very well and have them align with your, like, how you want to achieve your goals.
Yeah, I love that. It's so true. The amount, learning to hire fast and fire fast, right? If they're a good fit, great. If they're not, get them out of there. Not just for your own sake, but for their sake. I believe that you do somebody an injustice if you keep them in a position they're not good at.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because they'll feel
they can be successful somewhere else.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me a little bit about leverage. You mentioned that you had 4 virtual assistants. That's a great way to create leverage. Do you have any other technology or tools that you love that you think everyone should be using something like this? And if not, that's okay. You can just say no.
Yeah, no. I actually like the question, so I'm trying to put it in the best way. So I like to basically keep updating myself and the team so we don't stay behind and become dinosaur.
Yeah.
And I tried probably 90% of CRMs out there. And I think that's one of the questions that almost every agent or maybe loan officers, they probably ask or want to know. We had at the time when we had a team of 6 agents, we used to use Commission Sync.
Okay.
I love the platform. It's just too expensive. It's not meant for not even less than 10 team members.
Sure.
And that's my belief is, right? So longest story short, I tried and test so many different CRMs and their functionalities and all that. Currently, I have Follow-Up Boss. I'm very happy with it, and I think it's a must for anyone that want to grow their business and be on top of it. One of the couple of important features about it that I love is like all calls are recorded. And if someone have a little bit of a discrepancy, I don't think you said that. I don't think you explained this. I don't think we talk about this. I don't remember this. I can just go back and send them a recorded call. Hey, just listen to this. Maybe that remind you.
Yeah.
Because obviously over the years, dealing with people, not everybody have good memory, or not everyone try to remember everything. So sometimes you got to remind them. Good technology is very helpful in growth of any business.
Yeah.
Look what Amazon built with leveraging technology. Put so many of those retailer stores out of business because they just stayed in brick and mortar and kind of didn't leverage today's way of shopping.
Yeah. No, that's great. And it's so interesting that you say that. I had about recorded phone calls and some of the importance of that. One of my mentors who did real estate for over 30 years, back before they had these technology tools, he would get a call from a client and he would say, hold on, let me call you right back. And he would pick up a different phone that was attached to a recorder and would call back on the recorded line so that he could have that documentation, because it had happened to him once where somebody said, well, you said this. And he wasn't able to prove that that's not what he said. And so from that point forward, he wanted to be able to go, no, actually, this is what I said. Here you go. And be able to play it for them. So I think that's a great tip for folks as they continue to grow and do more and more business. Eventually, you do want to have that documentation and somewhat protect yourself.
Sure.
And in addition to that, it can be a great training tool, right, for team members to be able to listen to you having conversations with clients, and they can be able to learn from it. Such a good piece. Talk to me about leads, right? Leverage is one piece of it, leads being the other piece of it.
Yes.
Because no business will survive without new opportunities coming in. What do you guys do to generate that new business? Is it referrals and organic stuff, or are you looking at particular lead programs? Talk to me about what you've liked for your team.
Yeah, one of the reasons I focus a lot on my in my marketing team, and I made sure as much as we can we stay updated and knowing what needs to be done to stay successful in the business, I would say, was because I didn't want to kind of like sell myself to big giants like Zillow and Redfin and become so much kind of like relying on them, I would say. And honestly, we basically built them, like us agents, not me. From day one, I never ever want to buy any leads from them because I feel like I'm literally empowering them and having them selling our own data back to us.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's a lot of agents out there that they like easy kind of thing. And I know a guy that has spent about $60,000, $70,000 a month. He makes a lot of money out of it. I understand, but $70,000 a month, if you run an ad yourself, it will be exclusive to you, and it's your branding instead of you branding Zillow or Redfin or Realtor.com or any of those lead providers. So we're basically utilizing our own social media and our own presence and ads that is unique to us, basically. And I think in the long run it will pay off more because it's mainly about our own branding and having people to go to our website instead of sending them to Zillow and Zillow send them as a lead and charge us for it.
Yeah.
Then they're technically still going back to Zillow and Redfin and places like that. So I could have probably make more money just become Zillow agent, but in a short time, I guess, because they keep onboarding more and more people, and it's becoming like, okay, who's going to pay me more? I mean, it's a never-ending cycle.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, especially the new generation, everything is happening in their phone and social media. If they know you, they trust you, they see you, and they feel like, okay, this guy is solid, their business is solid, they've been doing it, I can see their activities. That's about it. And then just make sure your clients are happy and they give you nice testimonial on and reviews and stuff. That's big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They just have a snowball effect.
Yeah, no, that's good, and good on you for not kowtowing to the giant Zillow. I also have never done Zillow leads before, but I also know that there are some teams that have great success using Zillow as a partner to help build their businesses.
Yeah, of course.
But again, they are somewhat dependent on Zillow, right? And for a lot of agents here in Orlando, they don't get that option anymore because Zillow doesn't do leads here in Orlando anymore. They only do their Flex system, which is a pay at close system, and it's invite only. And so basically the top teams here in Orlando are the only people that get those leads now.
I won't be surprised eventually they basically become the next Redfin and say, hey, you got to join our brokerage and become our agent. Now they own you because now you so much rely on them. They're like, hey, we might as well just get licensed for real estate and have them as our agent. Hey, we give you leads. That's probably 90% of agents, I would say, the first need or the first thing when they interview any brokerage, hey, are you providing any lead? How are you giving me any business?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm surprised they didn't do it yet.
Yeah.
I know that Redfin already in the market and they already have their own brokerages in many states.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what happened. They will own us if we let them. But I mean, it kind of happens already.
Sure.
But there's still a way to fight it off.
Yeah.
And
100%.
don't let them grow any bigger than they are.
Yeah.
It's just sad that they get our own data from our own MLS that we pay for, and then they sell it back to us and our client. I mean, just don't get it, but okay.
You and me, you're preaching to the choir. I'm with you on this one. So you mentioned that you run ads, you generate your own leads through ads. Is there a particular platform that you love? If you could only do one platform, which one would it be?
Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram. Okay. Yeah. Is it Instagram specifically, or is it just the meta platforms, Facebook and Instagram together?
Yeah, I mean, usually when we run on Instagram, I guess it feeds to Facebook because my Instagram is connected to my Facebook page.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, over the last 4 years especially, we mainly focus on that. And also, my client testimonials are a big deal. Like I show up on every closing. I don't miss a closing. And I make sure I have photos with them and I have a short little video from them if they were really happy, and I make sure they are happy. And then I have them write a review and all that. So, and it's authentic because it has their either photo or it's actual video of them. Some people are shy. They don't want to do video. I'm like, okay, let's just take a couple of memory photo and just like type a review and then we post it and all that. So this, and also I guess when people, new people that they don't know you, when they look for agent, I think obviously they're going to almost like stalk you and see how you are, and who you are, and how you operate your business, what people say about you. Did you have any complaint? Did you have an issue or whatever? And that counts a lot, you know. And if we're really solid in our social presence, I think that plays a big role.
Absolutely. No, that's great. So I know earlier you mentioned that you speak Spanish and a lot of your clients are Spanish speaking. Are you running Spanish ads, or is that just kind of accidental?
I used to, a couple of years ago, like beginning of COVID, I used to run a couple of Spanish, but I don't think that has to do mainly with that. It's just, I think it goes back to the time I used to work in the casino world,
Sure.
and I know a lot of people, and probably like over 60% of them are Hispanics, and a great friend of mine. And also, they like the fact that I'm not originally Spanish descendant, but I do speak their language. And I just get clients mainly from my past clients. Like,
Yeah.
I've closed a deal with this guy, and this one guy referred me 10 other people. Like my barber, for example. Like every couple of months, I have a closing just from that one lead source.
It's incredible. Yeah. It's funny that you said that they really appreciate the fact that it's not your native language, but you speak it. I was meeting with some folks the other day, and they were Latino, and they learned that I also speak Spanish. And they're like, "Oh, that's so great. You could do so well." Latinos love a gringo that speaks Spanish when they're talking about business. And I just thought that was so funny. But they said for business purposes, gringos, Mexicans or Latinos love a gringo that speaks Spanish. So, trying to leverage that potential market and opportunity,
Sure.
they were trying to encourage me to leverage more of that. So, well, this has been great. And I've certainly learned a lot. And I'd like to learn more about your ad strategy if at some point it allows.
Sure.
If you were going to give advice to somebody who is doing real estate, thinking about starting their own team, what would you tell them to think about as they prepare to potentially launch that?
Okay. First thing I can tell you is you have to have a mission and vision. And the moment you realize somebody is not aligning with your mission and vision, cut them immediately. Because the more time and energy you spend on people that are not aligned with you, they're never going to be aligned with you anyway. They're either they see it from day one, or at least the day two, or if not, they're indifferent with you. They just don't believe in what you're trying to achieve for the entire team. And I think that's probably the biggest and most expensive lesson I learned. Make sure if you don't feel the right vibe with the people, that's it. Just listen to your inner soul that's talking to you.
Yeah.
Spirit is talking to you.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Listen to your gut, right? If they don't align, it's good. It's time to cut ties. No, that's a great piece of advice. Well, Mehrooz, thank you so much for being here. If people want to get a hold of you and learn more about you, your team, or what real estate opportunities there are in the Vegas area, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
All my social medias, they're all under Realtor and my first name, Mehrooz. So most platforms, we're having a footprint there, whether you're in TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they're all under Realtor Mehrooz. And that's how they can find me. And if they Google me, I think they all come up.
Awesome. And we'll make sure to put that in the show notes for this episode. Well, again, thank you so much for being here. And thank you to everyone that tuned in to listen to this episode of Leads and Leverage, the Team Leader Lounge. We'll catch you all next time. Bye.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of Leads and Leverage. I hope you found our conversation insightful and actionable. Remember, success in real estate is not just about transactions. It's about the relationships you build, the teams you lead, and the impact you make in the lives of others. If you enjoyed today's episode and want to stay connected with our community of real estate leaders and entrepreneurs, be sure to subscribe to the podcast and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us bring you more valuable content and guests. Don't forget to visit our website, gpghome.com/leads and leverage for additional resources, show notes, and exclusive updates. You can also follow me on Instagram at real_Tyler Gibson to join the conversation and connect with like-minded individuals. See you next week.